What if the most exclusive postcodes in London weren't just about square footage and private gardens, but were instead living manuscripts of faith, fortune, and survival? We're about to navigate a London you won't find in typical travel guides. These are neighborhoods where the aroma of fresh challah mingles with the scent of old money, where centuries-old synagogues stand shoulder to shoulder with glass-walled penthouses. We're not just scanning property listings. We're decoding the DNA of communities that have shaped this city's very identity. From the original immigrant enclaves to the hilltop strongholds of the super-rich. Join me as we uncover the 10 wealthiest Jewish neighborhoods in London, exploring the stories etched into their streets and the staggering fortunes that call them home. Let's begin. Number 10. Spitalfields and the East End. Our journey begins not in a gated community, but on the cobbled streets of the East End, a place whose true value can't be measured in pounds alone. This is Spitalfields and Whitechapel, the cradle of modern Jewish London. For hundreds of thousands of souls fleeing the pogroms of Eastern Europe in the late 1800s, this wasn't just a destination, it was a new world. They arrived with nothing but the clothes on their backs and a fierce determination, transforming this already diverse immigrant quarter into a bustling, Yiddish-speaking shtetl. Life was a struggle, packed into cramped tenements, but the spirit was unbreakable. The air crackled with the energy of tailors' workshops, the calls of market traders, and the vibrant pulse of a community being born from scratch. This was a wealth of resilience, not of bank accounts. The legacy they built is indelible. While the community itself has largely moved on, its foundations are still visible. The most powerful symbol is the Sandys Row Synagogue. This humble building, originally a Huguenot chapel, became the oldest surviving Ashkenazi synagogue in London after the Blitz destroyed the Great Synagogue. It stands today as a quiet monument to the waves of immigration that define this part of the city. But why does it feature on a list of wealthy neighborhoods? Because that profound history is now a commodity. Spitalfields is in the throes of a massive regeneration. Those once gritty streets are now a magnet for artists, tech entrepreneurs, and foodies. Old warehouses are now chic loft apartments, and a modern flat here will set you back between £600,000 and £900,000. The affluence is new, but it's built on the bedrock of an old, rich story. It proves that the first chapter of wealth is often written not in gold, but in grit. Number 9. The City of London and Bevis Marks. From the story of immigrant struggle, we travel to the very origin of Jewish return to England. We're in the Square Mile, the financial heart of the UK. This isn't a residential hub, but hidden amongst the steel and glass towers is the most precious Jewish jewel in the country, Bevis Marks Synagogue. To understand its significance, we have to go back to 1656. Oliver Cromwell quietly reversed the 1290 expulsion, allowing Sephardic Jews, merchants and financiers from Spain and Portugal, to resettle. These weren't refugees. They were skilled international traders who brought with them invaluable connections and capital. In 1701, they built their spiritual home, Bevis Marks. It is, without hyperbole, one of the most important Jewish buildings in the world. A Grade I listed monument, it's the oldest synagogue in the UK in continuous use. Stepping inside is like stepping into a 17th century painting. The interior is lit solely by the warm, flickering glow of a dozen magnificent brass chandeliers, a tradition unbroken for over 300 years. This was the synagogue of the illustrious Montefiore and Makata families, who would become titans of British society, their influence shaping not just the Jewish community, but the nation's economy. Today, the city is a global powerhouse of unimaginable wealth. The Jewish community here is now small, mostly professionals in finance, but the richness of this spot is twofold. First, there's the priceless, irreplaceable historical wealth of Bevis Marks itself. Second, there's the raw financial power of the city surrounding it, a direct legacy of the mercantile world those early Sephardic settlers helped to forge. Number 8. Cricklewood. Our next stop heads northwest to a neighborhood in the midst of a dramatic transformation. Cricklewood, straddling multiple boroughs, is the definition of an area on the rise. For years, it lived in the shadow of its more famous Jewish neighbors like Golders Green. It had a solid community, a part of the great suburban migration out of the East End, but it lacked the same cachet of affluence. Well, that perception is being shattered, and fast. Cricklewood is experiencing a major upswing, making it one of the fastest appreciating areas on our list. Its Jewish heritage is evident in local institutions like Cricklewood Synagogue and the kosher shops dotted along Cricklewood Broadway. But the real story today is about location, location, location. With the Thameslink service whisking commuters into the city and the West End in minutes, it's become a prime target for young professionals and families priced out of more central spots. This influx of new, deep-pocketed buyers is sending property values soaring. Once considered a more affordable entry point to northwest London, prices are now catching up rapidly. A substantial family home, once valued at a fraction, can now easily command between £1 million and £1.5 million. Cricklewood's place on this list is about momentum. It's a case study in how a neighborhood with strong roots can be rediscovered, its heritage providing a foundation for a new wave of prosperity, transforming it into a newly desirable corner of the capital. Number 7, Edgware and Stanmore. Hop on the Northern Line to its very end, and you arrive at the twin hubs of Edgware and Stanmore. These areas represent the classic chapter of the London Jewish story, the move to a spacious, leafy, and comfortably affluent suburbia. This migration took hold in the mid-20th century, as families who had established themselves sought more space, top-tier schools, and a quieter life. Edgware and Stanmore became prime destinations, forming a key part of the Jewish corridor, stretching through northwest London. This isn't flashy wealth, it's deep-rooted, family-centric affluence. The streets are lined with large 1930s semi-detached and detached homes, many now completely rebuilt or modernized into bespoke family compounds. The vibe is quiet, residential, and distinctly community-focused. This is where comfort and tradition build a life, not just a portfolio. The community here is massive and vibrant, anchored by major synagogues like Edgware United and Stanmore and Cannons Park, alongside a plethora of Jewish schools, kosher shops, and bakeries. This creates a unique property market. It isn't driven by international speculators, but by families who want to live, stay, and invest in their community for the long haul. This creates incredibly stable, robust demand. As a result, homes in the coveted £1 million to £2 million bracket are commonplace, particularly in the more exclusive parts of Stanmore, near the country park. Edgware and Stanmore earn their place through the quiet, multi-generational wealth of a thriving, established community that has put down deep roots. Number 6, West Hampstead. Let's head back towards the city buzz to our number 6, West Hampstead. If its neighbor, Hampstead, is the distinguished erudite professor, then West Hampstead is its trendier, more cosmopolitan younger sibling. It's a perfect blend of handsome Victorian architecture and a pulsating, modern lifestyle, with a significant Jewish presence woven into its fabric. Like many areas in northwest London, it saw an influx of Jewish professionals in the early 20th century, moving into the area's iconic red brick mansion blocks and terraced houses. Today, West Hampstead is known for its infectious energy. Its main artery, West End Lane, is a non-stop parade of independent coffee shops, high-end bakeries, and chic boutiques. The Jewish community is well established, and you'll find excellent Jewish-owned delis. But the real game-changer was the opening of JW3, the London Jewish Community Centre, in 2013. This massive, state-of-the-art cultural hub, with its cinema, restaurant, and endless events, cemented West Hampstead as the contemporary cultural heart of Jewish London. This combination of stunning architecture, a world-class high street, and superb transport links makes it incredibly desirable. A one-bedroom mansion flat can easily exceed £700,000, while the larger family homes on the quieter side streets regularly push past £2 million. It attracts a mix of media professionals, young families, and affluent entrepreneurs who want the strong community feel of North London with the instant energy of being close to the city centre. West Hampstead is the epitome of sophisticated, modern urban living. Number 5, Hendon. We're now halfway through, and the stakes are getting higher. Back in the borough of Barnet, we arrive at Hendon. If Golders Green is the famous public face of Jewish London, Hendon is its powerful, private heart, particularly for the Orthodox community. It's a vast suburban expanse that represents a different kind of affluence, one driven by intense community cohesion and religious life. Hendon's story exploded after World War II. It became a primary destination for Orthodox families, including many Holocaust survivors, who sought to rebuild and create a strong, observant, and supportive environment. This has shaped it into one of the most populous and influential Jewish neighborhoods in all of Europe. Walking down Brent Street, the neighborhood's identity is impossible to miss. It's lined with kosher supermarkets, butchers, restaurants, and Judaica shops. This is home to a significant Haredi population alongside a large modern Orthodox community, creating a social fabric where religious life dictates the daily rhythm. Schools are paramount. The presence of major institutions like Hasmonean High School is a primary driver for family moves. The property market here is hyperlocal and incredibly resilient. Families need to live within walking distance of their synagogue and schools. This intense, internal demand creates a market all its own. The housing stock ranges from classic 1930s semis to enormous, newly constructed mansions on streets like Shirehall Lane, where properties can fetch well over £2 million. The truest wealth is measured not in ledgers, but in the strength of a community's bonds. Hendon's affluence is the tangible wealth of a community that pours its resources into itself, its institutions, its schools, its future. It's a powerhouse, a vital and wealthy cornerstone of Jewish London. Number 4, Bayswater and Paddington. Now we're heading into the big leagues of prime central London, to the elegant districts of Bayswater and Paddington. This spot represents an entirely different strand of the story, that of the established, anglicized, and socially elite Sephardic community of the Victorian era. While the Ashkenazi masses were settling in the East End, a wealthy class of Sephardic families, descendants of the original 17th century settlers, were making their homes in the grand, white stucco-fronted terraces and garden squares of this prestigious area. These families were thoroughly integrated into the British establishment. The crown jewel here is the new West End Synagogue in Bayswater. Consecrated in 1879, this Grade I-listed building is arguably the most architecturally magnificent synagogue in the UK. It was founded by prominent Jewish families, including members of the Rothschild dynasty, who wanted a cathedral synagogue as a proud statement of their community's status and arrival. Its breathtaking interior is a rich, ornate space designed to inspire awe. Today, Bayswater and Paddington are a cosmopolitan mix, but the legacy of that elite heritage remains. The location is simply unparalleled. Bordering Hyde Park and a stone's throw from Notting Hill and Knightsbridge, this is some of the most expensive real estate on the planet. The property is a mix of grand, multi-million-pound townhouses and luxurious apartments within those iconic white stucco buildings. A modest 1- or 2-bedroom flat here will typically be priced from £600,000 to well over £1 million. The richness of Bayswater is a story of old money, high society, and architectural grandeur, with the new West End Synagogue standing as a glorious monument to that golden age. Number 3, Stamford Hill. At number 3, we arrive at one of the most unique and fascinating neighborhoods in all of London, Stamford Hill. Located in the borough of Hackney, its wealth isn't defined by manicured lawns or luxury cars. Its currency is faith, community, and demographic momentum. Stamford Hill is the heartland of London's Haredi, or ultra-Orthodox, Jewish community. It is the largest Haredi community in Europe, with a population estimated to be well over 30,000. Its character was forged after World War II by an influx of strictly Orthodox Jews, many of them Holocaust survivors from specific Hasidic dynasties, who sought to recreate the close-knit, Yiddish-speaking world of Eastern Europe. And they succeeded spectacularly. Walking through Stamford Hill is like stepping into another world. Shop signs are in Hebrew and Yiddish, and the streets are filled with men in traditional black coats and women in modest attire. The community is remarkably self-sufficient, with its own volunteer ambulance service, Hatzola, and neighborhood watch, Shamrim. This incredible cohesion, combined with a very high birth rate, has created a profound housing crisis. Large families are central to their life, and the demand for homes within the community's tight-knit boundaries is astronomical. This has driven property prices in this corner of Hackney through the roof. Modest, ordinary terrace houses sell for huge premiums, and new developments are designed specifically to meet the community's needs. Nearby areas are feeling the ripple effect, with some terraced houses now fetching over £1.15 million. Stamford Hill's high ranking is a testament to the power of demographic destiny, creating a microeconomy of such intense demand that it has become, in real estate terms, one of the most competitive and valuable neighborhoods in London. Number 2, Golders Green. And at number 2, we have the neighborhood whose name is practically synonymous with Jewish London, Golders Green. For decades, it has been the undisputed, vibrant capital. If you ask any Londoner to name a Jewish area, Golders Green will be the first words out of their mouth. Its rise as a Jewish hub began in the early 20th century, accelerating as it became the primary destination for families moving up and out of the East End. A walk down Golders Green Road is a full sensory immersion. It's a bustling, chaotic, and wonderful high street packed with kosher restaurants, world-famous bagel bakeries, large kosher supermarkets, and bookshops. It has long been the commercial and social heart of the community. While it's now more diverse, the Jewish presence remains profoundly strong, anchored by numerous synagogues, including the historic Golders Green United Synagogue. Now, let's talk about the property. Golders Green is home to some seriously expensive real estate. From charming arts and crafts cottages to enormous, detached family homes on wide, leafy avenues, demand here is perpetually high. This has kept property prices incredibly buoyant. The average price hovers around £1.4 million, but this masks the top end. A large, detached house on a prime road can easily command over £4 million. Golders Green represents the perfect storm of cultural centrality and high-value real estate. It's the bustling, beating heart, making it the deserved and undisputed number 2. Number 1, Hampstead. And now, the undisputed richest Jewish neighborhood in London. The one and only Hampstead. Perched on its famous hill, with its sprawling heath, magnificent mansions, and intellectual pedigree, Hampstead is the champion of London affluence. It has been a desirable enclave for the wealthy for centuries, and for over 150 years, it has been the favored home for the city's Jewish elite. The Jewish connection here began in the Victorian era, when successful Anglo-Jewish professionals, academics, and artists were drawn to its leafy, village-like atmosphere. This wasn't an immigrant quarter. It was a settled, confident, and highly educated community, a tradition that continues today. The beauty and prestige of Hampstead are everywhere. From the charming, cobbled lanes of Hampstead Village to the breathtaking views from Parliament Hill, the area exudes a timeless, intellectual charm. The architecture is a stunning collection of Georgian townhouses, Victorian villas, and bold modernist masterpieces. The neighborhood is served by several synagogues, including the large and dynamic South Hampstead Synagogue. But the Jewish presence here is often more cultural and integrated into the liberal, artistic milieu of the area. When it comes to wealth, Hampstead operates in a league of its own. This is where you find some of London's most expensive homes, adjacent to the infamous Billionaires Row on the Bishop's Avenue. But even within Hampstead proper, property prices are astronomical. Prime family homes regularly sell between £5 million and £15 million, and sometimes for much, much more. The market is driven by a mix of old money, new money, and global elites, all vying for a piece of this exclusive London village. Hampstead is number 1 because it represents the absolute peak of residential desirability, perfectly fused with a deep, long-standing, and influential Jewish heritage. It is the ultimate synthesis of wealth, culture, and history. So, from the historic lanes of Spitalfields to the grand hilltop of Hampstead, what have we learned? This journey proves that true richness in these communities is about far more than just the digits on a price tag. It's about the immense wealth of history, the unbreakable strength of community bonds, and the profound richness of a culture that hasn't just survived, but has thrived, indelibly shaping the character of this world-class city. The top 3, Hampstead, Golders Green, and Stamford Hill, perfectly capture this incredible diversity. The peak of intellectual and financial capital, the vibrant cultural and commercial heart, and the engine of demographic and spiritual strength. Each neighborhood tells a unique chapter of a larger story of migration, adaptation, and ultimate success. If you enjoyed this deep dive into London's hidden corners, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to Winds of Thought for more explorations just like this. We'll be back soon with another journey. Thanks for watching.